For too long, people have judged Mega Audino, saying it's one of the worst Megas ever. It can't do good in battles, why would you use it? But this Wi-Fi battle episode will prove to you that Mega Audino can be a threat. I mean, look at those eyes. Obviously, it's a threat when it's a fairy type. So first he sends out Dialga and Palkia, and you know, people on Battle Spot think they're almighty and really good using legendaries. Well, these people use their standard movesets. They don't use the movesets which, I don't know, websites such as Cerebeat or Smogon use for them, or even people on Global Link use for competitive battling. They just use whatever the hell moves they have because they think they're almighty OP and all that crap. But today we'll see Audino getting them two down. Look at that, avoiding the attacks, and mainly Mega Audino is used for double battles. However, it can also be good in single battles using Wish and all that, if you just make sure it doesn't get hit by a very powerful move, or that's Steel or Poison. But it's mostly used for double battles, but like I said, it can still be good in single battles. And the Calm Mind here, this is where we are gonna get Audino to its very, very high defense and special attack. But now we're gonna use that nice Dazzling Gleam because we got the special attack up, and it just manages to take that Palkia out. He goes for a Flamethrower my Audino, but look at that, its defense is nice there. And now I'll go for a HP Fire on the Afflug, and it does a ton of damage actually. Now I'll go for another Calm Mind to make sure Audino gets another boost of special defense and special attack to take these two Pokemon out. Next he's gonna go for Gyro Ball because you know it's a steel type move. And look at that, it's a super effective move and it didn't do that much damage because of its special defense and special attack. And I think Gyro Ball depends on speed as well for how much power it is. I can't exactly remember, but either way, Audino managed to dodge that like a boss. There we go, look, it's still not dying. And I know for a fact that Charizard is going to use Fly on Audino, and I'm going to use Protect anyway because if you use Wish, you should use Protect afterwards, so you make sure you get your HP back straight away without losing anything and that Wish being a waste of a move. Anyway, that Afflug is now done. And now I'll get all my HP back. Now he's going to go for another Earthquake, and of course this will take the Lantern out. But it won't take Audino out. And I thought that I might as well go for another Calm Mind because Charizard X might be a little bit powerful, so we'll get Audino to that nice special attack. And he went for Dragon Pulse on Audino, and I did not expect that because he should know that Audino is a fairy. I guess he thinks that Mega Audino is normal or something, but there we go, that was the first battle. Go for the Mega Audino here straight away, and he's gonna... Greninja is actually the fastest on the field because we all know Mega Audino isn't so good for speed. But the main thing that Mega Audino is good for is its special defense and HP. And look at that, Azumarill nearly taking Greninja out, and I did not expect it to have a Focus Sash at all. But now I go for Calm Mind because we might as well get our special attack up to take that Goodra, because Goodra has a very high defense, let's say. Well, you can't just use one Dazzling Gleam to take it out, or two. You never know what kind of EVs it has and all that. But anyways, I go for Aqua Jet on there for Azumarill. Go for the Calm Mind here. Again, this is the second Calm Mind. Now he goes for a Charizard, which he's obviously gonna Mega, but first I'm withdrawing my Pokemon so I can get to Lantern because it'll be electric. If it was an X, again I thought it was gonna be Y, just like that other battle. So we were gonna have to use Earthquake or something else like that. So he goes for a Fire Fang on Audino, not gonna do that much. And now Gudra is gonna go for Muddy Water, and of course this is gonna do nothing at all. So now this is the third Calm Mind. You can already see that Audino is withstanding all these attacks. He's gonna go for another Fire Fang on Audino, doing less damage than last time. But now I decide to go for a Wish, unless I've gone for another Calm Mind. Hey, that's 69, bro. I go into Skull to try and take this Dragonite out. I don't do so much body, so it's critical. So now I go for a Wish to make sure that it gets its HP back, and then I can go for another Calm Mind after this Protect. So we'll get all the HP back right now. Now we've got Audino's HP there again, and now it goes for an Iron Tail, and Audino easily dodges it. And that I found amazing. Look at that, it's hardly taking any HP off now, all those moves. Even though they're not very effective, it's doing less than it should. Now I go for the fourth Calm Mind. Now what I don't get is why he hasn't tried to use any kind of move on Audino with any of his other Pokemon yet. Obviously he knows that he can't use a Dragon move on Audino because it's part Fairy. Now he goes for this Alakazam, and Alakazam is going to use Calm Mind, trying to think it's all almighty like my Audino right there. But we are going to prove it wrong. Now this is the fifth Calm Mind. And after this, we are going to use Dazzling Gleam. Our special attack is really high right now, but I might as well go for a Brave Bird here to take out this Alakazam fast, so it don't get in its way with that Calm Mind. And that Calm Mind didn't really do anything at all. So now Gudra goes for Muddy Water. It's really the only thing it can use to take Audino out, and of course it'll do a lot of damage on top of him. But that bit I was surprised that I used Dazzling Gleam and it managed to dodge it. But we'll definitely show that Dazzling Gleam can take this Gudra out right now. Although Talonflame did a lot of damage there, this will definitely take this Gudra out. Now. Now that's what I'm talking about. A critical hit as well. Full legendary team here, and let's see what just happened, shall we? So they start to lead off with Zekrom and Dialga, and I go for Audino and Dragonite, and I kind of predicted well there because of Earthquake on Zekrom and Earthquake on Dialga, in fact, yeah. Obviously I'm going to go into that nice Mega and go into a Calm Mind, or Protect, because we've got Dialga there and it's Steel, so it could be a threat to Audino. Yeah, in fact I did go for a Protector. So I go for an Earthquake, and I also made sure Audino was protected as well, so it didn't get any damage taken to it. And there we go, it did some decent amount of damage on both, and he actually went for a Roar of Time on Dragonite when I first go for a Steel move on Audino, and that straight away takes my Dragonite out. I did not expect it to be that powerful. And he goes for a Thunder, and of course I'm protected. Now I go for a Lantern. Probably for a HP fire on that Dialga. And he uses a Thunder on Lantern, and I was surprised that Volt Absorb didn't do anything there. I guess it don't really do it on that kind of Pokemon. Well, the move on that kind of Pokemon. But anyway, we go for another Calm Mind on Audino there. Or the first one, in fact. he uses that move on Audino, and it didn't do much as well when it's meant to be one of Sekrom's most powerful moves, Bolt Strike. Not really good at all. Can't mind. And he went for that move on Roar of Time on Audino, and it didn't. He still thinks it's a normal type, but you know, yeah, Pot Fairy. That's the good thing about Mega Audino. Calm mind. So now he goes for a Roar of Time, and that's obviously going to take out our Lantern there. Now he's going to go for a Dragon Claw, and of course that does not affect Audino. But now I go for Wish, as I still feel like Dialga is going to use a Steel move sooner or later. So now I go for that Protect. I'll go for the Brave Bird onto... Well, I forgot actually, let's just see. Onto Sekrom for some reason. When I could have used Flare Blitz on Dialga. I guess that was one of my mistakes there, but still. It was recharging, so that's good. Obviously, this Thunder is gonna hit Talonflame. It's gonna do a lot of damage, but it takes it out, in fact. And there we go, we've got HP back. So he's taken out 2 of my Pokemon, but now he decides to withdraw with Dialga, and I was like, okay then. Now he goes for Giratina, I'm like, nice, I can use Dazzling Gleam on these 2. And well, then he sends out Sekrom, and now he sends out Lugia. It's like he wants to use his other Pokemon first. But anyway, I go for that nice Dazzling Gleam. And look at that damage on Giratina. Amazing. And this Aeroblast isn't gonna do much, look at that. You can't really call yourself legendaries against this Mega Audino. And he thinks he can use Phantom Force on this Audino here. But now I'm obviously gonna use Protect afterwards to make sure that don't get me. And there we go. And you see, his Mega Audino is my only Pokemon left. And it's doing this good to go against these 2. And it doesn't affect Audino anyway, even though it wasn't a Protect. Hydro Pump, not gonna do much at all. Aura Spear, not enough damage. Dazzling Gleam, bye bye Giratina. Then he goes for his Sekrom here, and this is where things get interesting. And that's where the things get interesting. He forfeited because he was scared of that Mega Audino. That proves that he thinks Mega Audino was a threat towards his Sekrom and Lugia there, because that Dazzling Gleam could have taken out if I used one more Calm Mind, it could have been even more OP, taking him out in 1 hit instead of 2 or 3. But there we go. That proves that Mega Audino is better than those 4 legendaries there. Well done, Audino. Darkrai, Cygar, Deontay, and Arceus. No problem for Audino. So he is gonna start with this Arceus and Deontay. And I go for Audino and Azumarill. Now there's nothing really that any of these can do, because straight away I can see that that is a poison Arceus. So I go for a Dragonite, trying to get an Earthquake on it. But first I'm going to go for a Calm Mind, then I'm going to use Protect on Audino, so Dragonite can use that Earthquake. And yeah, that was also good that I switched out there, and everyone just avoiding the attacks there. That's what's Gucci. I didn't go for Mega there, as I thought that Arceus would use Judgment on me because it's poison. So now I go for Audino to use Protect. Now this Arceus is going for a Blast Burn for some reason, and Dragonite, and that's not going to do anything else. This is what I mean with people using legendaries on Battle Spot. They don't know how to use them at all. anyway, now we go for Espeon, as I'm like, Psychic can do something on this Arceus. So I go for this nice Calm Mind. And he must recharge, and that's good. So now they go for Moonblast and Espeon. It doesn't do so much damage, and then Leftovers is going to make sure it gets to better HP there. And now, talking about better HP, this Audino's nice wish there, trying to get its HP back. Now he withdraws Arceus for some reason. I'm like, okay, that makes things easier for me. And now he goes for Dark, and I'm like, hey, you are stupid. You don't know that this Espeon has Magic Bounce. Yeah, well, he knew I was going to use Psychic on him, on Arceus, so that's why he switched. And, oh, just 9 HP there, Espeon managed to survive. So, obviously, he's the fastest, and he goes for Dark Void, being the idiot that he is. I don't care really enough about Audino right now. He should know that Espeon has Magic Bounce. But this is where things get interesting. Beyonce does not go to sleep, but Darkrai does. So, at least Darkrai is out of the way for now. And now I go for Morning Sun to make sure I get all my HP, or half my HP back. As that's what Morning Sun does. And there we go. Back to good health there. And Beyonce goes for another Diamond Storm. It don't do much on Audino, but it manages to take Espeon out, unfortunately. And poor Audino is asleep, but he'll definitely wake up to get in some action again. So now I go for Azumarill to use Play Rough. Oh, I'm actually using Aqua Jet to do some damage on the Beyonce there, but of course it doesn't do so much, even with huge power. So now they go for a return on Audino. It still doesn't do much, and I woke up from that. Now I can use Dazzling Gleam on Darkrai there. It does a lot of damage on both, actually. Luckily enough, Darkrai is still asleep. And now Beyonce goes for another Diamond Storm. Audino just barely survives. And of course I'll get a critical on Azumarill, but at least I have that Citrus Berry. Now I go for Play Rough on Beyonce here, trying to get it out, but of course don't it, because I wanted to use Wish to try and get all my HP back. So now they withdraw Darkrai, because they know if I can easily take out with those fairy moves. And now they go for Psyguard. And this is where I used Play Rough on Darkrai, but of course, because he changed, I'm going to use it on Psyguard here. But I still managed to survive to use it. And there we go. And Audino gets its HP back, luckily enough. And I'll go for this Aqua Jet, take this Psyguard out. And it was a critical hit as well, so I don't know if it would have lasted with 1 HP or whatever, but at least it's out of the way. And Audino avoided that attack. This is where I thought, oh, Audino's the real MVP. Unfortunately, its teammate is down, but as we've seen in the previous battles, Audino can work perfectly by itself. So now we go for the Dazzling Gleam, and it takes out this Beyonce. So now the only Pokemon he has left is Darkrai and this Arceus. And I'm like, oh crap. But luckily enough that Darkrai is still asleep, so it can't use Dark Void. And now he's going to use Earth Power on me. Not going to do a lot of damage. So I go for Dazzling Gleam, although it won't do so much on Arceus there. And there we go. Well, at least the Darkrai is gone for now. So I'm like, right, if I want to take this Arceus down so it don't use a Judgment on me. And then right there I was like, wait, what? I thought it was a poison. So I have no idea what type that Arceus is, but I'm just trying to live right here so I can use Dazzling Gleam to take this thing out. I was like, so what type is it if it's not poison? Because poison does damage on Audino because it's fairy. I was like, well, I'm not gonna let this kind of confuse me. I'm just gonna try and win against this legendary. So now I'll go for Karma, just trying to get my Dazzling Gleam to very good damage so it can basically take it out. And that's when it must recharge, and it just gave me another free Carmine. And then that's it for the battle. He forfeited, just like the other person. It really proves that Audino can destroy these legendaries. Now, hopefully this video has shown you lot that Mega Audino is a threat. When everyone keeps going, oh no, it's not a good Mega, it's one of the worst Megas. No, those kind of Megas are Aerodactyl. As for Audino, it is a threat Mega if you use the right movesets, such as the one I have, or ones where it has the same kind of moves, but it has heal bar or something like that. I can't exactly remember, but you can find all these movesets on Small Gun Therapy and Global Link to see what other people use. That's it for the battle. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for